Hello and welcome back, all you StAUSCC fans. Well, we're here for round 3, and St Andrews are taking a little trip. We're going out to Queensland to play the Bulls at Allan Border Field. Let's get into it. Alright, and here we are at the home of Queensland cricket, Allan Border Field. Not the Gabba, interestingly.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all for a 20-over match between Queensland and universities. I'm Michael Slater, and alongside me today is James Taylor.
I have a few changes to the lineup. Koshi's sitting out today, so Segal goes up the order. He's opening up with McLennan. We've also got Angus Stewart in making his league debut. Josh Hay drops out. He's taking a rest after exerting himself in the last game, shall we say. This is a call from Stan. And it's a tail. Queensland have chosen to bowl first. So it's McLennan and Segal opening up. Billy Stanlake into bowl. First one's chipped out to mid-off. Not timed very well there by McLennan, but he's off the mark.
First ball and he's off the mark.
Segal on strike, back into that opening role that he started this journey in. Yes, no there from the batsman. Not quite sure about that one. It's definitely a single there. Stanlake's in once more. Segal nudges this one out into the covers. Not really any foot movement, but they get one. Well, we have StAUSCC. What a name. Then now to Segal. Oh, well bowled.
Swing and a miss.
Third ball of the over. Then pulls this one, pulls it hard behind square. That has raced away to the boundary.
4 runs.
Good start this for St Andrews. Stanlake in. Bowling to Segal, who's pulling and is caught behind.
Quick reactions and safe hands.
Ball was there, it was quite high from Stanlake. And Segal goes after it, his favourite pull shot. And he's caught behind. Earnshaw out to the crease early. Last ball of the over. Oh, plays and misses. Well bowled. StAUSCC to Earnshaw. He's still on 0. This one's full. He gets a leading edge out through extra cover. They're running with the shot.
1 run there.
And Earnshaw's off the mark. Stanlake in for his third. Bowling to Earnshaw. He's forward and driving. Can't be the man in the covers. There are overthrows though. It's gone out to the boundary for 4. Stanlake into McLennan. McLennan's driving hard past the bowler's stumps. It's running out towards the boundary, but mid-off will cut it off. They get through for 2. Here we go, Mitch sweeps into bowl now. Wrist spin. See how Earnshaw and McLennan deal with that. Earnshaw's forward and driving out to the covers. 1 for 33, St Andrews. Earnshaw hits this one hard through the cover point. 4 runs. Last ball in the over. Earnshaw just leans on that one, finds a gap again, beats the field, it's another 4. Last ball of the Stanlake over. He's 1 for 24. Then bowls, and Earnshaw's leaning on that through the covers, but straight at the man. His overthrows. Earnshaw on strike. He's on 24. This one's wide, and he nudges it out into the covers. They're running with the shot. And that's a 50 up for St Andrews. Stanlake out of the attack. Nessa into bowl. This one's shorter and pulled away on the onside. Just get the single. Nessa in again. Getting it short, there's the top edge. It's gone over the keeper. And will run away for 4. Bit of good fortune there for McLennan. McLennan on strike. He's on 28. 1 for 60, St Andrews. It's full from Swipson.
Shot.
McLennan's picked the gap, and picked the gap nicely.
That's the 50 partnership. Good job.
Brings up the 50 partnership. What a cover drive. Just gaining a bit of momentum at the moment, St Andrews. Nessa into bowl. This one's short and Inshall's underneath it. It beats the keeper and it's going to go away for either 4 byes or 5 wides. It's 5 wides. 1 for 69. Nessa into bowl. This one's full and driven. And it's caught. Just shipped it up in the air. And he brings up a milestone. Earnshaw has to go. Caught and bowled for 27. Just when everything was looking set. Outstrides Crooks to the crease. He's had a bit of a lean start to the league this year by his standards. Nessa into bowl. Full outside off stump. He's just pushing that through the covers. They get 1. Nessa to Crooks. And he edges that one through to the keeper. St Andrews really didn't need that. Crooks goes for 1. Very disappointing from him. And all of a sudden, with Stan at the crease, St Andrews need to do a little bit of rebuilding. Nessa's got 2 in this over. He's in. Bowls to Franklin, who's leaning on that one down to mid-on. They get 1. 3 for 72. Well, Kuhneman into the attack. After that double wicket over. See what he has. One's full and driven back to the bowler. 2 balls left in the over. Kuhneman in. And Franklin goes hard at it, edges it through to the keeper, and that's another wicket for St Andrews. Franklin goes caught behind the 2.
The new batsman takes guard.
And JT into bat. And it's going to be some interesting circumstances. He's driving that first one out through the covers.
That's some good bowling. End of the over.
2 balls left in the over. JT's hitting this one quite hard in front of square. It's gone for 4. Lovely shot. Pinning on 40. The full toss, and he has smashed that down the ground. Nice shot. 4 for 99. Swipson to JT. Leaning on that one out through square leg, and that'll be the 100 for St Andrews. Second 50, much more of a struggle than the first. Into the 20th over now. Second ball, Kuhneman in. JT, who's trying to drive through the covers. And he's given, caught behind. Just when St Andrews was starting to show signs of recovery, another wicket falls. Brings Armstrong to the crease.
Armstrong is the new batsman, about to face his first ball.
Plenty of time for him. It's forward and nudging that through mid-on. They'll get 1. He's off the mark.
Off the mark there. Good shot.
Two left in the over. Kuhneman into McLennan. He's clipping that one behind square. Has not got all of it. And the man at long leg will come round and pick it up. Get 2.
This has been a good
And
innings so
that's
far.
50 for Ross McLennan. A vital innings here. Let's hope he can continue. Here we have McLennan's spider. And boundaries all around the ground, including one directly over his own head. He'll need to continue and hopefully add a few more 2s to that. Armstrong on strike. He's on 2. This one's short and edge down to short third man.
There's a chance if that hits.
Direct hit, and I think McLennan's in trouble. He's out.
Some great fielding has created a chance.
I don't know how he did not make that through. There's plenty of time. He was just slow off the mark. And McLennan has run out. Haynes into bat, and St Andrews 6 for 109. What is going on? Swepson into Haynes. He's leaving this one alone.
No shot offered.
Two balls left in the over. Swepson in again to Haynes, who's across the stumps and flicking through forward square leg. Get one.
Good precision with a throw back from the deep.
Armstrong on two. On strike to Kuhneman, who's in. Bowls. Armstrong's clipping this in the air down to fine leg. Go for four. Swepson in again. Outside off stump, and Armstrong feathers that through to the keeper, and that's another wicket for St Andrews.
Wicket and out cheaply.
And that's the last of the recognised all-rounders for St Andrews. Armstrong goes for 7.
Tiger, the new batsman, and there's a big task ahead of them to steady this innings.
Brings McPherson to the crease. Half the innings left for St Andrews, and it's McPherson and Haynes. As McPherson gets off the mark, first ball. 2 left in the over. Swipes it into Haynes. It's full, and Haynes clips that down behind square. Boundary Rider's chasing it, but can't catch it. Nessa in once more. So no ball, and hit quite well there by McPherson. It's gone out to the boundary. 7 for 159. 7 for 149 even. This one's clipped out to the boundary for 4 by McPherson. 7 for 164. McPherson on 21. One's hit hard at square leg. Through for another single, St Andrews, and there are overthrows. That's a 5. And the 50 partnership. Here we go. The wrist spin of Labuschagne. First ball shorter and clipped through the onside. Big dive, but they get a single. 2 left in the over. Haynes forward and edges that through to the keeper. The bowling change has worked.
The captain making the change of the bowlers and pays dividends immediately. Great move and great bowling.
Well, St Andrews certainly in better condition than when he came to the crease, Haynes, but he would have wanted to see them through. And of course that brings Patrick Jess to the crease.
Patrick is the new batsman. It is now out in the middle.
Last ball of the over for Labuschagne. Jess hitting that high in the air. There's a man coming round, and he's taken the catch. Jess out first ball. And that's a duck for Patrick Jess. All of a sudden, St Andrews 9 down. As Angus Stewart on debut, out to bat. Kuhneman in for his 8th over. Clipped through the onside, and that'll go for 4. Well played, McPherson. Oh, sorry, that was Stewart. What a first ball. First ball in league cricket. It's across the stumps this time.
That's got to be close.
He's head into himself. 9 for 185. Still 12 overs left. Kuhneman in. This one's hit hard along the ground by Stewart. What a shot. Labuschagne in again. Stewart, who's hitting that through forward square leg. It's another 4. The final ball of the 35th over. Labuschagne in. Bowls. It's clipped through forward square leg. Now just get single. And that'll be the 200.
Kept it fairly tight in that over.
Now Kuhneman in to finish up. This one's down leg and given the treatment along the ground. 2 balls left in his spell here for Kuhneman. This one's down leg.
Oh, superb timing.
And McPherson's clipped that away for 4. Long way across the stumps there, McPherson. He moves to 45. Kuhneman in, bowls. This is shoveled through square. It's going to beat everyone back
Nothing wrong with
there.
that delivery. Just a superb shot.
Person on 49. Labuschagne in. Bowls. McPherson clips that down leg. There's an appeal for LBW, but there's a lot of bat on it. And that'll bring up his 50.
That was well worth asking the question.
He makes it 50. Great batting.
Well, a vital innings here by Jack McPherson. Exactly what we needed. Here we have McPherson Spider, and yeah, not a lot straight there. Last ball of the over, Nisa into Stewart, who's cutting behind square, and he's hit that really well. 50 partnership comes up with that beautiful cut shot by Angus Stewart. Last ball of the 41st over. Stewart on strike. It's a no ball. He's hit that really hard behind square. 9 for 249. Nisa in. Bowls. It's full and driven out to mid-off. And they'll run with the shot. That'll be the 250 for St Andrews. Who would have imagined we would get here? Stanley now to Stewart. He's struck by that one in the hand. Batsman run through for a single.
Mistimes that one.
And it's leg byes. Stanley to McPherson. This one's hit in the air behind square, and there's a great catch by backward point. It's a fantastic catch, and St Andrews are all out. Well, St Andrews bowled out again in the final over, and for much of the innings it didn't look like they were going to get there. All out for 258 on the back of 50s from McLennan and McPherson. Will it be enough? Well, here we are. McPherson fresh off his knock, opening the bowling. This ball's in and driven out to mid-on. Stewart there does the fielding. Heslett and Bryant, the 2 batsmen for Queensland. As McPherson's in again, finds the inside edge, and this one's racing away for 4. Unfortunate there. Final ball of the over. Person in finds the edge, doesn't carry through to Crooks, but he stops it. Well, Bryant to face his first ball, Armstrong into him. It's full and swinging in, driven out to point. Fourth ball for Armstrong. Short and hit up over backward point.
That's a good boundary.
One bounce 4 just inside the rope. Brings the right-handed Bryant on strike. Last ball of the over for McPherson. This full finds the edge, and McLennan takes the catch.
Confident appeal.
Huge wicket. The batsman has been in
Good early
impressive
breakthrough
form
here
lately,
for
and
St
this is
Andrews.
massive for the fielding side.
And Bryant goes, caught McLennan, bowled McPherson for 4.
The new batsman will be down at
Brings the
non-striker.
dangerous Labuschagne in to bat. He's at the non-striker's end. Armstrong to Heslett, who's on 5. Short beats the
Tries
batsman.
to drive that, but
Fantastic
mistimes.
delivery. Heslett moves to 6. Labuschagne on strike, his first ball. Armstrong into him. This one's full and driven. Can't beat cover. Two left in the over for Armstrong. This one's full and clipped up and over mid-wicket.
Lovely shot.
One bounce, 4 runs. That's a great shot. First into Labuschagne now. He helps this one up through
Goes for
mid-wicket.
4.
4 runs. That's a great shot. Fourth ball of the over. This one's short and pulled in front of square. Fielders are after it, but they're not going to catch it.
Well there. Great shot.
Slightly wider, beats him this time. Well bowled.
Play that one well.
Final ball of the over for Armstrong. Slower ball, finds the edge. McLennan takes the catch, and that's the second wicket here for St Andrews.
Down it.
He didn't really get going. Such a huge scalp.
Armstrong gets the big wicket. And the Aussie number 3 heads out for 13.
The new batsman will be down at the non-strikers end.
Well, fantastic over there from Armstrong. Wicket maiden. Hezlett's now on strike. Person into him. This one's hit high in the air. There's a man back. Can he take the catch? Takes the catch. Is he inside the boundary?
The umpire's going to give that a second look.
No, he was over the boundary. It's 6 runs. Final delivery here for McPherson. Into Heslett, who's pulling and gets it behind square. That'll be 4 runs. Well, McPherson a little unfortunate that last over. And again to Heslett, who's hitting him up and over point. Fielder can't get round to it. 4 more. Armstrong to continue. Heslett's on 22. He's in, bowls, and this one's pulled. Gets it behind square. I don't know how he pulled that ball. It's gone for 4 though. Fourth ball of the over. Armstrong in, bowled. It's full and edged and finds the gap.
Heslett
4
reaches
runs.
30 and seems set.
Two balls left in the over. Armstrong in. This one's short and pulled. McLennan's round to it, but can't stop the single.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Albion Park end.
Well, 10 overs gone and Haynes into the attack. Bowling to Heslett. This one's driven. Can't beat mid off. Haynes in once more. This one's shorter, hit up in the air. This is going to clear the fielder.
That one's out of here.
That's 6. Full at the pads. There's an appeal for LBW. And yes, the umpire gives him. That's a great ball from Armstrong. And St Andrews get their 3rd wicket. Will there be a review?
He's a key player. in
No
this
review,
match.
and Hemfrey
Gets
goes
our first
for a
ball.
13-ball duck.
Burns is the new batsman about to face his first ball.
Burns into bat. Armstrong to him. Shorter and punched off the back foot to cover. Well, as wickets fall at the other end, Heslett still in on 37. Haynes into him. Ball's up in the air. Will it clear the boundary?
Boom! That's gone for 6.
Yes, it will.
Why they're appealing
That's
there.
not great work out there on the boundary. Looked like he could have been well inside and taken the catch, but it's another 6 for Heslett. Another time he's been caught over the rope. This one's driven out to the covers. Good comeback from Haynes. Armstrong in again. One's fuller, hit up in the air. He's got a lot on that one.
That's cleared the boundary.
Clears the
6
rope.
runs.
Haynes bowling to Burns now. He's moved through to 7. Haynes in, bowls. Splits the gap in the field out to deep extra cover. And oh, there's 5 overthrows. Thought we cured McLennan of that last game. Haynes in again. Strikes the batsman on the pad. I think that may have hit him outside the line of off stump. Earnshaw into the attack early. Bowling to Heslett, who's on 43. Crosses Stump's first ball, and that's 6. Haynes continuing. Bowling to Burns this time. This one's short and beats him outside off stump.
The bowler beating them all ends up there.
Oh, and again from Haynes. Perfect delivery. This one's full and down leg and helped up and over square leg for 6. Really doing it in 6s and dots at the moment, Queensland. Earnshaw's in again. This one's hit high in the air. Can the fielder stay inside the boundary is the big question. And no is the answer.
And that's 50.
And
Great
55 for
batting.
Heslett. 5 4s, 5 6s, and 3 times caught over the boundary. Absolutely filthy spider there from Heslett. Haynes continuing to Burns. He's on 18. This one's short and pulled away behind square. That'll go for 4.
That's 4. Nice shot.
Earnshaw to the right-handed Burns now. Done for 12 from his first 2. This one's hit up over backward point.
4 runs.
There's a full ball on middle and off. No idea how he got that there. Earnshaw in again. This one's straighter and takes out middle and leg. Burns is gone. Earnshaw gets his first. And St Andrews breaks a partnership that was really causing them some concern. Pearson in now. Earnshaw 1 for 16. Then again, bowls. Is looked out to mid-wicket. Last ball of the over, Haynes in. Bowls, it's full and driven. Can't beat mid-on, and it's a maiden over.
And the score hasn't moved.
Earnshaw in. Bowls, this one's hit up over leg. It's a man back, but it's not going to matter.
Superb shot.
Haynes in. This one's short and finds the edge.
Time that one.
And it's gone down to the boundary for 4. Earnshaw in. Bowls on straight, hit up in the air. Can the fielder keep it in the field of play? Is the big question. Yes is the answer this time.
Good catch.
And Pearson goes, caught Haynes, bowled Earnshaw for 10. Finally, a catch taken out on the boundary. Heslett back on strike. Earnshaw in. 2 for 26 now. This is across his stumps and hitting that hard over mid-wicket.
Clears the fielder, clears
6
everything.
runs. Ends in again. This one's shorter and cut hard behind
Precision
point.
in that shot.
Lovely shot. Earnshaw in again. Again, finds the edge. This one's taken by McLennan. Another wicket for Earnshaw. Wicket number 3. And Queensland going to struggle now. 6 for 126. Still a long way to go. StAUSCC into bat. Earnshaw into him. Finds the edge. First ball. Last ball of the over. One straighter driven out through the covers. Jess tidies up, but they'll get a single. Well, 27 gone, 18 remaining. Earnshaw in. Bowls this one's hit in the air. Up behind square, it's going to go for 6. Another 6 for Heslett. Earnshaw in again. This time Heslett's way across his stumps. And clips that over. Fine leg. Well, Angus Stewart for the first time in a league match. Into bowl to Heslett, who's on 79. Heslett's back, pulling that. Can't beat JT. Look at the speed on that. Stewart in. Third ball, this one's hit up and over. Square leg, there's a man back, but it won't matter once more. Ball safely. Straighter this time from Earnshaw, it's hit up in the air. Can the man stay in the boundary? No.
Great shot.
2 balls left in the over. This one's punched back to him off the back foot. Can he take the catch? Yes, he can.
Very helpful catch.
Caught and bowled there. For Stewart, he gets his first league wicket. And StAUSCC goes for 7. And the wrist spinner sweeps in. Queensland 7 for 151. This ball down leg and helps it on its way. JT's after it, but I don't think he'll catch it. Final ball of the spell for Earnshaw. This one's straighter, hit up in the air, and that's another 6. Final ball of the over. This one strikes the batsman a round off stump. Coming through for the single. No, says the umpire.
Patrick, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the Crosby Road end.
Well, Jess into Heslett. 8 runs and over required. This one's hit up in the air. First ball. 6 runs. 8 and over's easy when you can do that. Second ball, Stewart in. Beats the batsman outside off stump. Needs to keep plugging away here, Stewart. His dot ball's coming. Again outside off stump, again playing and missing. Heslett now on strike. He's on 99. Stewart into bowl. This one's hit up over the onside. It'll go for 6, and that's the 100.
Really good performance this.
11 sixes and 7 fours. Well, here we have Sam Heslett's spider. Kind of looks like a spider. In any other game, he would have been caught on the boundary half a dozen times. As it is, it's got to 100. Jessen again. This one's straight and once more finds the edge. This time it's going to beat Seagal. 4 runs to Queensland. Swipson moves through to 12. Jessen to bowl to him. Another edge and another boundary for Queensland. Moves Stan back onto the boundary at third man. This one's short and bottom edge through to McLennan. Does well. Swipson on 16. This one down leg. Helped around the corner. Not a great ball from Stewart. I think that might run away for 4. JT's after it. Just holds up inside the boundary rope. They get 3. This one finds the edge. Is it going to beat Franklin? He's supposed to be back on the boundary. What was he doing? With ball the over. This one's shorter and hit up in the air. Over square leg. It's another 6 for Heslett.
That takes his partnership to 50.
50 partnership for these two. Stewart in again. This time finds the edge. Is it going to beat Franklin once more? Yes, it is. Jess now to Swepson. Beats him outside off stump. That's a great ball.
Beating them all in.
Jesson again. Fuller finds the ledge. McLennan takes the catch.
Finds the edge. Huge appeal.
And not the man they needed, but they'll be happy anyway. Mitch Swepson gone for 25. And with 50 runs still to get, Queensland have 2 wickets in hand. Kuhnemann to face his first ball. This one's full and at the stumps and clipped up over, backward square for 4. Final ball. This one's straight and hit up and over, deep square leg for 6. Beats the batsman this time, well bowled Stewart. And here we have Jess to Heslett. Outside off stump, he tries to go over square leg. Can't get it away.
Takes the
1 run. Jesson once more. This one's short and cut. And it's going to beat everyone. 4 runs.
Good boundary.
Jesson once more. This one finds the inside edge. Falls safely. And Franklin's after it. Should keep it to 2 here. And does. Jesson again. This one's full and beats the batsman. That's a great ball. Well, with 3 overs to go, Armstrong's back in for his final 2. Starting out to Kuhnemann. This one's full and driven out into the covers.
1 run added.
Heslett 134. This one's in, hit up and over cover. That's going to go for 6.
Send that over the fielder's head.
Heslett 140. Armstrong in again. This one's hit up in the air again. Can the fielder stay in the rope? No, but they drop the catch. Expensive over this for St Andrews. This one's hit up over extra cover again. Again, the man's back, but it won't matter. It's another 6, and that should be the game for Queensland.
The right arm pace
Stewart
ball
swapping
is
ends,
coming
but
into the attack.
10 from 12 balls. Should do this in a doddle. Stewart's in. This one's outside off stump and punched out to Jess. It's a dot ball. This one chipped back and dropped by Stewart. 10 from 10 now. It's a dot ball, but it was a wicket chance. This one punched through the covers. It'll be 1. Stewart's in. Bowls. It's outside off stump. Hit up in the air. Over backward point. 6 runs. See you later.
That's 6.
He reaches 150
And 150 with
runs. This has
16
been quite an
sixes.
innings to watch.
3 from 8 balls to win now, Queensland. This one's full and edges it behind point. They get 1. Stewart in. Bowls is full and driven out through the covers. 1 run. Scores are tied.
Reasonably good over there.
Well, it's the final over. Armstrong to try and finish. Bowling to Kuhnemann. This one's full and driven. They'll get
Safely
1.
on the ground.
And that'll be the game. And Queensland Bulls do it, winning by 2 wickets in the end. St Andrews not enough. Well, what a game we had here against the Queensland Bulls. St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club batting first, scoring 258 all out. And it just wasn't enough. The Bulls 8 for 259 with 5 balls remaining. Sam Heslett 155 not out. And there was just nothing the St Andrews fielders could do to take the catch inside the boundary rope. I guess the home team knew the conditions a bit better, knew that they had the license to get after it. St Andrews never really in a position to get after it, and we'll take a look at their scorecard and find out why. Not a bad start. Although they were 1 for 13, 50 partnership for that second wicket, but just wickets falling in bunches all throughout the innings. And St Andrews only got up to a respectable score because of some great work at the end by Haynes, McPherson and Stewart. St Andrews were even lucky to get a few extras, 6 no balls, 8 wides, for a total of 15. Queensland Bulls bowlers all did a fairly decent job. No one really standing out there. Marnus 2 for 20 off his 5 overs, only going at 4s. But 258 should have been enough for St Andrews, and it looked like it was going to be, with wickets falling early for Queensland. Bryant, Labuschagne and then Hemphrey all falling in the first spell. But some good batting, some great hitting from Heslett, and some great fortune. If these boundaries had been a metre longer, then he would have been out well before he got to 50. In the end, gets to 155. Matt Kuhneman at the end, along with Mitch Swepson, doing enough to help Heslett through to 259 for a loss of 8. St Andrews bowlers, McPherson did a decent job early on. He was the first one to have a catch caught over the rope on the boundary. Armstrong bowled beautifully in his first spell, 3 maidens as part of his 8.1 overs. Haynes 2 bowled well, Earnshaw 3 for 57, again victim to drop catches over the boundary. Stewart in his debut game, 8 overs, 1 for 47 when the batsmen were really going over it. That's a standout spell from Angus Stewart. Jess 5 overs for 43, takes a wicket, but he was quite expensive. At the end of the day, St Andrews just couldn't get it done. So, that's our result here from Elm Border Field. Man of the match, of course, Sam Heslett. St Andrews losing by 2 wickets and dropping our first game since the first game of this whole series. Let's see what that does to the table, and let's see what else happened this week. Well, in other matches this week, we see Barbados travelling to India, the Eden Gardens at Kolkata. Barbados batting first, scoring 9 for 212, with 50 to Springer there. Wicket shared around by Bengal, and chasing that 212, Bengal could only manage 174 all out. Saha scoring 78, and Dominic Drakes for Barbados taking 4 for 33. So Barbados winning that one by 38 runs. Drakes with the man of the match. Moving to Somerset now in the Somerset Oval, where they took on the Cape Cobras. Somerset batting first, 3 for 278. Big score there. Peter Trago 75, Tom Banton 71, Tom Abel 67 not out of 44, James Hildreth 42 not out of 41. Lots of scores there. The Cobras though chasing it down with 4 overs to spare, 5 for 279. Kleinhans 68, Miles 59, Verwey 52 not out, and none of the Somerset bowlers really doing any damage there. So the Cobras taking that match out. Then over to Sussex, where the Wellington Firebirds had a bit of a trek. Wellington batting first, 6 for 276. Devon Conway 148 not out. But again, it wasn't enough. Some huge scores this week in our league. Sussex with an over to spare, 8 for 278. Van Zyl with 96. Phil Salt 69. And yeah, not really any bowlers in this match doing anything. Sussex winning by 2 wickets with man of the match, Devon Conway. Now, after 3 rounds of cricket, let's see what the points table looks like. And here we have it. Well, after 3 matches, the Cape Cobras and Barbados are in 1 and 2. St Andrews in 3rd place, behind on bonus points. The Firebirds also having 2 wins, along with the Bulls. They're in 4th and 5th. Then it's Somerset, Sussex and Bengal rounding out the table. Bengal the only team yet to register a win. So it's very tight there at the top of our second league season. Disappointing result for us, but no, just makes things more exciting, and we'll get another go at the Bulls a bit later in the season. Anyway, enough from me, I've talked for long enough. I've been Jim the Editor. Thank you very much for watching.